Hello, lovely viewers. Welcome to First Baptist Church, and that is the Health Link. As you already know, on this platform, what we do is we talk about only health issues. That is your host, Mary Adioba. As I already say, that our slogan still remains, your health, your wealth. If you have good health, that is when you can even acquire health. But if not, let me tell you, you can't get it. So please, let's let our health be very important to us. This evening, you can see that I'm here alone, and I'm doing the talk alone. Today, I'm not coming with a guest. We are going to talk about our blood group and then the food chart. Let me ask you this question. Do you know your blood group? Do you know that of your spouse? Do you know that of your kids? Do you know that of your siblings? Please, if you don't know, just walk into any hospital that is near you and then do that test. It is going to help you. Please do it. Together with the sickling, it's actually going to help you. So please do it. As I said earlier on, we are going to talk about blood group and then the food chart. Before I even go to the blood group, what is blood? As we all know, the red liquid that circulates in the arteries and veins of humans and other vertebrates, that is the animal, carrying oxygen and carbon dioxide from the tissues of the blood. So it carries oxygen too, and then it carries carbon dioxide from the tissues to the blood. When we talk about blood, it has a lot of components. As the picture that I have, you can see that blood has a lot of components. We have the WBC, that is the white blood cells. We have the plasma, we have the platelets, and then we have the red blood cells. So as you can see on the picture, we have all those in our blood. So what is white blood cells? What does it do for us? With the white blood cells, it helps us to fight infection. And then it attacks bacteria and virus. And then the germs that invade our bodies, that is what the white blood cells does. It helps to fight against infection. And then we have the plasma. And then that is the largest part of the blood, which carries water, salt, enzymes, and then it takes nutrients, hormones, and protein to the parts of the body which needs it. We also have the platelets, which helps in blood clotting. As you all know, sometimes we get a cut one way or the other, and then in some few minutes you see that the blood doesn't bleed, you don't bleed again. That is, your platelet has come into place, there's clotting. So you will not bleed excessively again. And then we have the red blood cells. That one too, it carries oxygen from our lungs to other parts of the body. And then it carries carbon dioxide also back to the lungs to be exhaled. So that is what it does. So coming back to our topic this evening, blood group. I know most of us might have heard a lot about blood group, but this evening we are going to tell us more about our blood group and then our food chart. A blood type or a blood group is a classification of blood. And then on the presence, there is a presence or absence of antibodies and inherited antigens, substance on the surface of the red blood cells. So when you talk about blood group, it's simply classification of blood. And then it's based on the presence or absence of antibodies. So that on the red blood cells. So that is basically what our blood group means. And then why do I need to even know my blood group? Why is it important? Yes, it's very important for you to know your blood group. Why? One, in case there is an emergency or there's an accident, and then you need an emergency blood transfusion, your blood group counts. Or maybe in case of surgery, somebody has to do some quick blood transfusion for you. If you know your blood group, your spouse know his or hers, it will be easy to make things faster. And also when you are donating to somebody, you'd have to know your blood group. So your blood group is very, very important. And then with the blood group, we have the ABO, the blood grouping. So we have 4 main types of blood group. That is the A, the B, the blood group AB, and then O. The blood group A, B, AB, and then O. So what it means is with the blood group A, they have antigen A. With the blood group B, they have antigen B. With the blood group AB, they have antigen AB. And then with the blood group O, they have neither antigen A or antigen B. I hope you are getting it little by little. And then we can't do away with resource factor when we are talking about blood group. It is very, very, very important for us to know the resource factor. That is why sometimes you can see somebody with a blood group, maybe A positive, B positive, or so and so. So it's the resource that comes into play. And then the resource is an antigen that is found on the surface of your red blood cells. So with the resource, we have the resource positive and then the resource negative. We have the resource negative and then the resource positive. So when the two merges together, that is the ABO and then the resource factor, then we will now have 8 types of blood group. 8 types of blood group. We will now have the A positive, the A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive, and then O negative. Every individual falls under this category that I've just mentioned. So it's either you are one of them. If you know, you can just say it. But if you don't know, as I said earlier on, please go and check. All these things should be at our fingertips. So there is a man called a neuropath. He's a physician, okay? He's a neuropath. He's called Peter J. Dadamo. What he did was that he said that the food we eat has a link with our blood group, meaning that as an individual, there are certain types of food that you eat that will help your blood group and it will make you to grow. And even if you want to lose weight, it also helps you. If you know the type of blood group you fall, and then the kind of food you are supposed to eat and those that you are supposed to avoid. So he brought the food charts, which we are just going to mention about. So with the food charts, we have the various groups. The various groups have their own food charts that we are going to talk about. With the A group, that is the AB, we are going according to the ABO that I just mentioned. The A, the B, the AB, and then the O. The A is classified as vegetarian. The A is classified as vegetarians. And then there are foods that are allowed according to their blood type. That is not to say that it is only this food that you are going to eat, but somebody sat down and realized that if you do that, it's going to help. That is why we are also encouraging that. So with the A type, the foods that they can eat more is beans, fruits, grains, legumes, seafood, tofu, and then vegetables. So when they eat this food, it's very good for them because of their blood group. And then there are food that, if possible, they should avoid. That is the dairy, the kidney beans, the lima beans, the meat, and the wheat. If possible, they can limit it or they can avoid it as well. So in case they want to lose weight, that is the blood group A. So it can be A positive or A negative. The food that can help them include pineapple store foods, vegetable oils, and then vegetables in general. So when they do this, it's going to help them. So we come back to the type B. That is, they are also labeled as the balanced diet group. So with this group, that is the type B group, don't forget, B positive, and then B negative we are talking about. So with this group, the food that they can eat more is beans, dairy, fruits, grains, legume, meats, but they shouldn't eat more of chicken. And then they should eat more of vegetables. Foods that they eat, they need to eat in moderation, or if they can avoid, they can do is the buckwheat, the corn, lentil, peanut, seed, sesame, and then wheat. If possible, they can avoid that. And then the food that, if they want, in case you want to lose weight and you are B positive or B negative, that is the food that you have to eat more, which will help you due to your blood type. It's eggs, all the greens are kontomire, are ayoyo, are alefo, all the greens, you can eat them. And then liver, and then tea. So you can eat, you can drink tea as well. And I think with the tea, it will be green tea. Okay, I think that will help. So we come back to the type AB. That is the AB positive and then the AB negative. They are called the mixed diet. Mixed diet. The food that they can eat more is the beans, the dairy, fruits, grains, legumes, meat, seafood, vegetables. And then the food that they can limit or avoid is the buckwheat, the corn, kidney beans, lima beans, red meat, and then seeds. So in case you want to lose weight and then you are AB positive or negative, the food that you have to eat more is your greens. I've already said the ayoyos, the alefos, the conglomerates. You can include more in your diet. Pineapple, seafood, and then dairy is going to help you. We come to the last group, that is the O. So it's either O positive or O negative. They are called the high proteins. The high proteins. The foods that are allowed include fish, fruits, meat, and then all kinds of vegetables. You can name them. And the food that they can limit or avoid include the cauliflower, the beans, the greens, the sprouts, and then the wheat. So if you are planning on losing weight, you have to take in more of the broccoli, the curry, the liver, the red meat, salt, and then wheat. That is really going to help you lose a lot of weight. And then it's going to help you with your blood group. As I already said, even though some of the foods you are saying avoid, that doesn't mean you have to avoid it completely in your diet. You can limit it because according to physician neuropath Dadamo, he thinks that it won't help you if you should eat that kind of food if you belong to a particular blood group. So please, let's do as we said, and I think it's going to help us. So as I already said that your health is your wealth. Let's please take good care of our health. It's very, very important. Please, know your blood group. Know that of your spouse. Know that of your kids. Know that of your siblings. And if you can even know some of your family members' blood group, it's going to help. Because in case of emergency, that is not where you are rushing here. Hey, so who is this? Who is this? Who is that? Who is this? It is not going to do it. It is not going to help. And to go on with the blood group, we have blood types and are divided into 8 main groups, as I have already said. And then we have percentage for each of the blood group. We have percentage for each of the blood group, as you can see on the board or on the screen. With O positive is about 38% of people who have that kind of blood group, 38%. And then O negative, 9%. A positive, 32%. A negative, 6%. B positive, 9%. B negative 2%, AB positive 3%, and then AB negative, we have 1%. So you see, some of them, the percentage is very, very, very low. So if you belong to that kind of group, please take very good care of yourself, because it is not everybody that can donate to you, and it's not everybody that you can receive blood from. So if possible, don't do something that will end up in you bleeding, and then we'll be running helter-skelter for blood for you, and then we will not get. So please, those things are very, 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 very important. Let's take note of it. And as I said earlier on, if you know your blood group, you won't fall into all these problems, because immediately there's a problem, definitely something will come in, and then you know what to do. So let's know this as well. A positive, they can only donate to somebody who is A positive and B positive. When someone is A positive, they can only donate to A positive and B positive, but they can receive blood from 4 groups of people, which is A positive, A negative, O positive, and then O negative. So you see, they can donate to just 2 people, but they can receive for 4 people. So we go back to O positive. O positive. They can donate to 4 groups of people. That is O positive, A positive, B positive, and then AB positive. They are those that they can donate to. And then who can they receive from? They can only receive from 2 people, O positive and then O negative. So you have to be careful. You can just receive from just O positive and O negative. But the good thing is that, as we read earlier on, there are lots of people with O positives. So it's not that the blood is not really scarce. But that does not mean that you have to put yourself in the position that somebody will come and donate to you. So we move on to B positive. With B positive, they can donate to B positive person and then AB positive. Somebody who is B positive and then AB positive. Only the 2 of them that they can donate to. And then they can receive from B positive, B negative, O positive, and then O negative. We go to AB positive. With them, they can only donate to somebody who is AB positive. They can't donate to any class apart from their own group. That is AB positive. But they can receive from all. AB positive can receive from anybody from any angle. From the 8 groups that we've already mentioned. They can receive from them. But they can only donate to just 1 person. That is AB positive. So A negative. They can also donate to A positive, A negative, AB positive, and then AB negative. But they can receive from A negative and then O negative only. With O negative, that is a universal. For them, they can donate to all. O negative can donate to all, but they can receive from just 1 person. O negative, that is all. So when it comes to you giving, you can give, but when it comes to receiving, that is when the problem is. Nobody's blood matches O negative, aside somebody who is also O negative. When it comes to B positive, they can also donate to, B negative. They can also donate to B positive, B negative, AB positive, and then AB negative. And then they can receive from B negative and then O negative. The last group, that is the AB negative. They can receive from AB positive and then AB negative. And they can donate to AB positive and AB negative. And they can receive from AB negative, A negative, B negative, and then O negative. So that is something about the blood group, who you can give to and then who you can receive from. So please, as I said earlier on, let's know our blood group. It's very important, so that in case of an emergency, you will not be running helter-skelter. So who is this? Who is that? If you know your blood group is in scarcity, just as we've already mentioned, some of the blood group is difficult because some of them are just 1%. that is AB negative. So you have to know somebody who is also AB negative, or else when it comes to emergency. But in as much as you have to think about somebody, when it comes to the hospitals, they have blood there. So I'm not saying it to scare you. No. When you go to our blood banks, we have all those types of blood, so you can get it. I also want to say this, please, once in a while, let's donate our blood, because people need it, some need it. Let's try our best and donate our blood. When you go to the hospitals, they can help us. When you hear that a hospital is organizing a blood donation, please let's involve ourselves, because it will save life. We need a blood in our blood banks. Our blood banks shouldn't run dry. Please, we beg all of us. Let's try our best and then donate a blood to save a life. So that is your host, Mary Adioba. Today I talked about the food chart and then our blood group. We'll come back same time next week with another topic. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's not forget, please, know your blood group. It's very, very important. That of your spouse, that of your kids, and your family members as well. And it's going to help you. Good evening and bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your week.